I have been trading for 3 years, and 2 out of those 3 years I have been profitable. And I can only thank this profitability at such a young age thanks to the simplicity of my trading style. Trading just support and resistance. So many people seem to be under the belief that you can't trade support and resistance to be profitable. Nowadays you see people going for a liquidity grab, order block, fair value, distribution gap, oak, birch, tree, stinging nestle, double, triple magazine, article cover, liquidity zone, break and retest under the liquidity zone, market manipulation, double, triples, top strategy. No, that is all wrong. All these hyper complicated strategies is too much. You don't need all of this micro 2 pips stop loss smaller than the actual spread of the order you're getting into, which means you get stopped out before you even enter the trade, and 1 to 4,000 risk to reward ratios, making you more money than Elon Musk combined in one trade. It is not how you should be trading. It is too overcomplicated and it is very, very hard to make money. So this is how I trade support and resistance profitably. So this was a trade that I took just Tuesday last week. You see, I took it at the support level. I bought because it was a support level, and I sold at the top here for a take profit because it was a resistance level. That is why I took this trade. I bought because it was a support level, and I got out because it got to a resistance level. And my stop loss was just below the support level, and I call a 1 to 5.5. If you want proof that I actually took this trade, we go down here to my Discord server, which will be in the linked pinned comment. And on my Discord server, I have posted all my trade setups, analysis, all my entries I've ever done back to my very early market. Every week I answer questions here. I give weekly market predictions on where price is going to go. I give small weekly analysis on Sundays. And this is the GBP trade that I've showed you of it happening. You see my limit order was at this red line. And you see here, I actually entered this trade in real time. You see my MetaTrader screenshot for proof and how this trade progressed. Went a little bit of a drawdown, but eventually smashed my take profit as we see here on the charts. But yeah, if you want to look at my weekly analysis, enter the same trades I do, see how I trade, this will be in the linked pinned comment in the comment section. So that is how you join. But anyway, so I took a support trade. Why did I take this support trade? Well, if we went on the daily time frame, I saw that price has been forming this nice uptrend. Price then broke out of this support and resistance level to the left. Price then broke above this level, rejected off of this big resistance level here, came back down and formed a break and retest off of this support level. But I got into this trade just after this candle here, this daily candle. And why did I do that? Because you can see this big wick rejection. This shows that price is actually looking to bounce off of this support zone. So I went for a buy because I knew that the daily was giving me buys because of the break and retest. So going into my trading, I had a daily bias because it's break and retest, and I saw nice rejections, and it worked out very well in my favor. So what the daily time frame, you look for biases and you draw major support zones. So I see this support and resistance zone was support, turned to resistance again, broke above, and was retested as support. And this major resistance and support level, it was resistance, we retested as support, broke above, retested as support, broke below, resistance, and resistance again. So this is a very key level that you should be looking to enter on price. But that is what you do on the daily. You find a bias, which was buys in my instance because of the break and retest at the support zone, and you look for major levels. 4 hour, we make sure that we're getting the same bias as we were before. You see, price did form this little bit of a downtrend, but overall we're in an uptrend, and at that same support level, look at this rejection here. This rejection, these 2 wicks, massive wicks at this level. That is very, very good news that we're going up. You see a hammer candle, 2 hammer candles, maybe a doji candle here, but these wicks show us that we are looking to go up. So 4 hour, confirm these zones, confirm your bias. If this was giving us a bearish bias and the daily was giving us a bullish bias, I wouldn't trade. I want everything to align. I will link a video in the top right hand corner about everything aligning, because that is a very crucial part of trading, to make sure everything aligning, and I go into these step-by-step processes more in depth. But now we go into the 1 hour chart, and this is where the magic happens. This is where I enter and manage my trades. These are where you kind of wanting to be draw those micro support and resistance levels. There's more in-depth ones. And what I found here was at this level, we had a nice little support area being formed by these rejections here and these wicks here and that rejection. So I knew that overall this whole area was support, but even closer we had a small support area here, which is where I was looking to enter. So I had a limit order just underneath this part here, as if I go back on my Discord, you can see where my limit order was on this red line. Limit order got tagged, immediately pushed up, retested off this little resistance area, but I knew just because there was a small resistance area in the hour, I knew that overall we're in a big daily support, and that would overcome the hour resistance because the daily holds more weight. So we did go into a little bit of a drawdown, didn't hit our stop loss, which I just put under the level because it's very sensible. And we had a little bit of news that helped this trade out with this massive candle here. So you see my take profit was up here. Why was it up here? Because I put my take profit at a place where once you think price gets to, you don't want to be in the trade anymore. And that is usually when trading support and resistance at the resistance zone. So we saw a small little resistance zone in the overall daily resistance zone. This big box here indicates the big daily resistance zone, and this small box indicates the hourly resistance zone. And soon after my take profit was hit, price pushed a little bit further into this daily zone before dropping back down. My stop loss for this trade was in a very nice area where price did go into drawdown but didn't stop me out. And all I need to do for my stop loss is put it in a place where if I think price gets to it, I don't want to be in the trade anymore. My trade becomes invalid. So the reason I didn't put it any closer was because I don't want to put it in the support zone, because price can still reject off of this support zone. So I want to put it in under the support zone, because I think if price ever goes under the support zone, I don't want to be in the trade anymore. So that is why I put it under the support zone. But it is very simple. All you need to do to trade support and resistance well is find a pair you like, any pair. I don't trade GBP USD because the market makers have been manipulated. I found their secret dungeon where they manipulate GBP USD, and I found the secrets of the liquidity, order block, fair value gap, distribution, oak, birch tree market manipulator. No, I chose GBP USD because I'm British and it has the British pound. That is it. Just because I like it, you know. I kind of like how the pair moves. I just like it. Not because it's manipulated. I don't know how it's being manipulated. None of that bollocks, okay? All you need to do is go on the daily, find a bias, draw out some key levels, go on the 4 hour, make sure your bias is supported by any little confluences, drop down to the 1 hour, make sure that aligns, make sure everything aligns before you take the trade, draw some levels, wait for price to get to a level. I create a limit order. I put a limit order in support and limit order in resistance, so if price gets to one following my bias, I wasn't going to take a sell off this resistance zone because I knew that price was looking bullish. So if it ever got to this price, it probably would break above, but because of my bias, I knew that price was looking very bullish, so I put a buy limit order in the support zone. Price tagged it here and it hit my take profit. People think you need to have these 90% win rate, 1 to 4,000 risk to reward ratio strategies to be profitable. But price action either does two things. It moves up or it moves down. And you have a 50% chance of it going up or it going down. So what does this mean? This means your win rate is going to be about 50% each time. No more, no less. Maybe you can have a 60% win rate if you're lucky, but it will most about be 50%. If you flip a coin telling to buy or sell, it will be around 50% right. So if you have a 50% win rate, the only thing you have to do to be a profitable trader is to make your wins bigger than your losses. Your losses need to be smaller than your winners. All that means is having a risk to reward ratio greater than a 1 to 1. You could have a 1 to 1.01 or 1.02, and over time you could be a profitable trader. All you need to do is make your wins slightly bigger than your losses. And that is the key to becoming a profitable trader. So I hope you guys have learnt how to trade my strategy. If you want more in-depth videos, please click on my channel, subscribe and look at my other videos. If you want to see my entries live, my weekly analysis, please join my Discord in the pinned comment in the comment section. I give weekly analysis, trade breakdowns, live entry confirmations on my MetaTrader, all of these weekly analysis. It is brilliant. On my Discord server, nearly 200 members on this. You guys are missing out if you don't join. I hope you guys like this video. Please leave a like, subscribe, join the Discord, and I'll see you lot all later. Peace.